Oh yeah, junior high was probably where it all kind of started to go downhill.
We just noticed changes in Maddi over, I don't know, maybe a year's time.
I made friends with a group of girls that were not a good group of friends.
We just saw her pulling back from the family more, being more isolated, staying in her room more.
There's a lot of drama and a lot of cattiness, really rude, really mean to me and a lot of the other girls that were kind of part of the group. And that's where like my low self-esteem and my lack of confidence kind of came from, was just my experience with them.
And so we just, you know, we just saw that change, started to get nervous.
I think we were naive for a long time.
Yeah.
Well, I did not like being at home. I didn't like my parents or my siblings, and I didn't like the rules they had said.
And I remember one night we were just laying in bed and I said, you know, it's almost as if Maddie's on drugs. I know she isn't, but you know, this is the kind of behavior that you see, you're warned about with kids.
Things like drugs and alcohol and behaviors like that, rebellion, but what it more comes down to is just my attitude, negative attitude, just with life and towards my family.
So we just started to be more watchful, and as Tammy said, we were kind of naive, but over time we saw that, yeah, there was a definite pullback and isolation from the family. So it was pretty obvious that there was a problem.
I did a lot of homework. I looked for 2 or 3 months at different programs, and Mike and I both agreed when we came down and visited that program, when we met everybody, it just felt so good, and it just felt like it was home. And it's an odd way to say that, but it really did. And I just thought, you know, she's in good hands here. She can do this, and she will be loved. And we really felt that from day one, and throughout the program, we felt like she was loved and cared for, and we didn't have to worry about her.
Well, at first, it was really rough. I didn't want to change. I was like, nope, not doing that. I don't like therapy. It's not for me. I don't need to change.
I know she was very stubborn and was really hard to come around. In fact, most of you said she was one of the ones that took the longest to kind of get into the program. She stared at the wall for a couple months, I think, and just was really stubborn. So it had to click with her, and it took a long time for her to realize that I'm in charge of my destiny and I need to make the right decisions. And when it finally clicked for her, then she worked towards it rather than just kind of playing the game and floating along.
I got to the point where I realized that wasn't doing anything for me, and I was just stuck in a box and I wasn't going anywhere.
She later said, you know, the difference for me was I decided I wanted it. I wanted to get better.
One of the therapists, Nancy, actually would tell us, like, fake it till you make it, and it was like subconsciously in the back of my mind, and I just started like doing things just like, oh, whatever, I'll just do it to get out of here and go home. And it really was like fake it till you make it, because I just started doing those things, and eventually it caught up with me, and I was like, oh, this is actually working. This is doing something for me. This is kind of cool.
I think she started to realize the value of family, and that there was love from family.
You know, working with my family, trying to head in a more positive direction with them, working on my relationships in the house as well, just working on relationships in general with everybody. It was just a lot happier and more positive, and I was able to have fun without needing drugs or alcohol. But I feel good. I feel like I'm doing stuff with myself. Dance keeps me active, and it keeps me busy, and photography keeps me happy. And
she's much more sure of herself. She's grounded in a lot of ways now, and
yeah, definitely focused.
She's definitely got confidence.
And she's focused, and
my relationship relationships with my family are great now. No? Would you guys disagree with that?
Yeah, no, I think it's great.
I have so much fun with them. There was a point, I mean, I still love to hang out with my family, but there was a point where I just didn't even want to like hang out with people. I was like, I just want to hang out with my family tonight.
That's good. She is my dear friend, and I think I'm hers.
I can talk to my parents, and I get along with them really good now too. Just have that bond where we can be friends, but be a family as well. I think we're always gonna be, you know, parents and kids have their moments, but we know how to work through them now.
But we're all close, and you know, I think it's been great to be able to reconnect and feel close again.
Have our daughter back.
Yeah, have our daughter back.
Like a family.